Alright, so here we have a quick unboxing and first thoughts on the RUGGARD 30-liter dry cabinet. I first want to start by saying that this item was provided by the Gratis Group. So let's take a look at what's inside. This right here comes with 2 keys for the glass door and a lock. Here's the AC power adapter. Here's a foam insert with a concave type design molded for lenses. Here's a typical instruction manual and how to use it inside. Now you have a 5-year limited warranty. And this is just a silica pack. You can just toss that out. The foam bottom here, you don't have to have that in the bottom if you don't want to. It's just to help protect your gear. Now this right here is just a sticker for moving purposes. You can just go ahead and peel that off. And from this point, you can just slide the shelf out. It is plastic and has holes in it, but it's sturdy enough to hold any type of lens or camera system that you may have. Now this is just a plastic insert as well. You'll see this corner piece right here. You just plug that into the hole and you can kind of make the adjustments that way. Now this foam insert is also not necessary if you don't want it to be. You can take it out and it has a sort of lip around the edges so you can put equipment of whatever you choose. So here we have a height of 16.5 inches and a width of 11.5 inches. Keep in mind that the height is actually larger than the opening suggests. Now the depth is 13.5 inches. Even though this cabinet doesn't appear to be large, it holds a pretty good amount of equipment for how small and compact it is. So let me give you an example of what it can hold. Now while I suggest pushing this towards the mirrorless setups, you can obviously put a DSLR as well. So here's a full frame Mark III. Here's a Sony a7R II, which is also a full frame mirrorless camera. So I also have a few different mirrorless setups, including a Fuji X.T.A.R. And as you can see in this configuration, it easily can fit. Now, it's your choice if you want to put mirrorless or DSLR or both, but I'm just showing you that it's possible to have a good amount of gear in this small cabinet. So as you can see the cutout on the top foam piece, it really helps keep the lenses in place. Now you don't have to put it in this configuration. You can just take that foam piece out and have that lip area and put whatever you like, or you can put a flat piece of foam up top just to prevent it from scratching. Now for me, I'm using this cabinet for my mirrorless bodies. I have a few of them and the lenses are compact so that everything should fit inside this small cabinet. I just wanted to show you that a full frame setup can work as well, so I have the Mark III on display. Alright, so let's take a look at the back of the cabinet. As you can see, it's a very simple design. You have the DC power port, you have the moisture sink, and the TE cooling wafer helps prevent fungus and corrosion from damaging your gear. The cabinet offers silent operation with the dripless design with the glass door with the rubber seal. So let's power this on. The first thing I want to show you is the lighting system inside. You just hit this one time to turn it on. And as you can see right here, the strip has 4 LED bulbs, 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. Keep in mind that there's only 1 strip in the entire cabinet. Press that button again to turn the light off. At the humidity values, you want to double tap the set button. Then you want to use the up arrows to set the humidity value higher, or press the down arrow to set the humidity value lower. Now once you're done, you just press the set button to confirm. Now from this point, press the middle button, which is the percentage RH, to verify the target value, or it's also the down arrow button. It'll let you know what your target value is and where you stand right now. Now if you want to hold it down for 3 seconds, you'll switch between the bright and dim settings as you can see here. To make it back bright, you just hold it again. So hold the top button for 3 seconds, which is also the FC set button, and this will allow you to change the temperature readings from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So who do I think this cabinet is for? Now for me personally, I have a pretty compact mirrorless setup and I want to use it for Sony and my Fuji gear. Now the lenses that I own for both of those systems are very small, including accessories. I showed you before that you could put a full frame DSLR with no problem. And believe it or not, after this video, I ended up putting a full frame camera, DSLR. I put 2 mirrorless systems inside with the compact lenses, no G Masters or anything equivalent to 7200s, even though you probably could fit it inside if you adjust the shelving and other things. And I had some microphone accessories, and I also was able to put a C100 in there, a Mark II, when I removed the top handle. It was a little crammed, but it worked, and it worked well enough where I can get to what I needed to without having to move too many things. It all depends on what you personally want it for, but you don't even need this for camera gear. This is just how I'm using it and what I wanted to use it for. You can use it for camera gear, you can use it for hard drives, any type of electronic devices. Now, even in the pamphlet, it gives you suggestions on the temperature readings or the amount or the value for the humidity that they suggest for electronics or any other things that are important to you that you want to keep safe. Now, even without humidity protection, it still protects it from dust as well with a sealed door. The glass door is nice and it has a LED light. The only thing I would have preferred with the light is that the strips be in each corner inside. It's only in the front right corner as you're facing it. And the problem with that is if you start loading it with a lot of gear, the light will make it pretty hard to see what's inside. Now, if you just want it to illuminate just so you can see the cabinet, that will be fine. So besides that, I think this cabinet is excellent. It's very great in design. It's very simple and it's useful and it just works. It does take up to a few hours for it to regulate the temperature or the humidity values depending on what your actual room temperature is. If you're in an underground type of basement or you're just in an environment that is very humid, or a lot of my studios have been in a warehouse type of environments where it can get very humid. So I think this would even be great for that. And even if you aren't in a humid environment, this is still great to store something to keep it dust free and organized and still look nice. And if you're worried about larger sizes or larger items, they also sell a 80-liter version as well. Just keep in mind that even though 30 liters sounds and looks a little small, you can put a good amount of stuff inside this cabinet. You can also remove the middle shelf if you wanted to, if you had a larger item. Just for example, they give you a lot of examples or suggestions that you could use this cabinet for. It's not just about cameras or even just general electronics. You can also store books and antique documents, papers, camcorders, cameras, lenses, telescopes. You can even put film negatives or compact discs inside. So if you have film transparency slides or microfilm, disc drives, audio, or even videotapes, it works great for that as well in protecting it. Now you can even put metal or metal powder products. It even says precision measuring tools, spectrometers, optics, lenses, printed circuit boards, capacitors. You could even put pharmaceutical raw materials, spices, powder coatings, adhesive, seeds, pollens, or even dry flour. So it's very versatile in this cabinet and what you can use it for. So with that being said, let me touch up on one thing. This was provided by the Gratis Group, as I said in the beginning of the video. Now, some of you are going to say, well, there's so many other options who provide the same type of cabinet all over the place. Why would I get this one? It's called RUGGARD. I never heard of it. The Gratis Group is a fairly large company with many subsidiaries under that umbrella. So keep in mind when you purchase something, you're investing into the quality of the actual product, but you're also investing into the quality of the customer service that's provided if you ever to have issues with that product. Now, B&H being their main distributor says a lot to me, as I've been a loyal customer to them for many years, and everything I purchased from them, they've taken care of me quite well. So if you're not familiar with the group, but you've already purchased something like a Watson battery, an off-brand generic battery for your Canon or something like that, or if you're invested in any type of impact light stands or modifiers, then you've already experienced what this company is about and what they sell. So it's a very established and well-known company. It's just you may not know it by the Gratis Group. So even before this was provided, I've already invested myself into a lot of impact products, especially their C stands. I have Avenger stands as well, but they hold up very well and just as good to me. And they're very solidly built in a very solid price. The next thing I want to personally invest in is their kind of like an auto post system that's very similar to what you would find in, say, like the Manfrotto setup, but it's about half the price. It may not be as sturdy, but it's definitely good quality and a great price. So this particular item is getting a how to review stamp because it's something that I personally would purchase regardless of the review. And most of the things that you will see that I reviewed or unboxed or talked about are things that I've already invested in personally anyway. This would be one of those things, whether it was provided or not. If this was helpful at all, please hit like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification icon to get future updates on future videos, or visit www.howtoandreviews.com. Till next time.